Alright guys, welcome back. I'm a little late today. A little later than expected. But I was out and about. Time don't go away from me. But yesterday, the patch hit. Patch hit like midstream. And I did not keep streaming. But I did get back on. I got back on for a little bit. I played around. I pretty much just bought some things. I think I did a couple of maps. But, oh, look at that. 31. Okay. So I got like 288. I guess my fat head covers a few things, but that's all just meaningless crud. Okay, excuse me. I bought this necklace because it was cheap. And I saw it and I was like, that looks like it's going to be really good once I hit level 84. Level 76. We're going to get there soon. I bought a helmet too. A helmet with extra spirit. Actually, so hear me out. I bought the helmet with extra spirit so I could use another ability. And I got this belt too. This stuff was all reasonably cheap. Oh, I crafted a ring too. Damn, I guess I did do a lot, didn't I? So I got this belt. This belt increases our ring bonuses. And I also crafted a ring, try to upgrade something, and this turned out nicely. I think the max mana could have been better served to something else. And I would have rather had like mana instead of health return on the enemy kills. Something like that would have been a little bit more useful, but the rarity, baby. The rarity on that is so good. And the resistances are pretty large. Like the lightning resistance is good. I'm sitting about 50 something for each of them, except for chaos. That's rough. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I've got 3 fat stacks of rarity, and I did the math, including this belt. We're looking at like 107% rarity, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we start getting some more stuff. But this helmet is going to give us more spirit. The presence radius being doubled is kind of negligible. It's not really doing a whole lot for me, but I got this ability. I'm not really using Grim Pillars now either, because I don't have the I only have 50 ward and it costs 52 ward, I think. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, it costs 29 ward. I thought it was more. Okay, we can use it. Oh, cast on critical. Yeah. Check this out. Check this thing is expensive. Costs 100 spirit. But you essentially just stack power. And when it maxes out on power, you cast the ability tied to it. And the ability tied to it's Frostwall. This turn is nice. This is nice. It's basically Grim Pillars, except it's free-ish. It's kind of free. It's not really free. I think it's better than Grim Pillars. It definitely does a lot more damage and a similar, if not the same, freeze build-up. And then energy retention just to make it a little bit more frequent and cheaper. And then I've got On Citadel, which turns it into a fissure, and then this creates additional fissures. So it like spreads a big like AoE of ice out. Kind of like Grim Pillars did, except it's more dense. More dense on the ice. So, when I played around with it a little bit, it turns out it's kind of good. It's not bad at all. I was feeling decent about it. What else did I do? Oh, but this necklace is going to pair nicely with it, I think. So we get increased crit chance, right? My critical chance currently with Ice Strike, which is our primary spammable ability, is 49, almost 49%. So, if we get that necklace, it's an additional 47%. Now, it's not going to be like 90% or whatever that turns out to be, or almost 100%. It's going to be like scaling off our base chance, I believe. So we're probably going to be around like 55%, maybe something like that. But I still have yet to finish this crit tree too. So once we get through this crit tree, things are going to feel a little bit better. A little bit better. That ice wall should be coming out constantly. Before I jump into a map, I want to try something. Graphics. VSync is turned off. Dynamic resolution is turned off. Upscale mode. Performs fast upscaling and anti-aliasing while maintaining great image quality. I don't think I need that. Uses AI to deliver high quality upscaling and anti-aliasing. I don't think I need any anti-aliasing. Quality GPU upscaling. With no sharpening. Let's try NIS. Let's see if that helps with the crashes. Uh-oh. I thought I crashed already. That would have been friggin'... that would have been something. Oh god. Okay. Here we go. Just give it a second. Just give it a second. I was hoping maybe that would help with the crashing, but... maybe once the setting is swapped over. Did it save? Fuck's sake. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh. Give it a second. Oh! Okay. Oh. There we go. Alright, I thought maybe it off-centered everything. I don't know if that's going to affect graphics too much, but hopefully we don't crash. We'll see. If it doesn't seem to change anything, but the graphics are bad, I'll just change it back. Are the graphics bad? They're definitely not quite as crisp, but I don't really notice much of a difference, so we're gonna roll with it. Oh, you know what else I did? What was it called? It was one of those omens. Omen of the Ancients. While this item is active in your inventory, your next Orbit Chance will upgrade this item, to a unique random item in that class. So, I thought I could get lucky and cool and get a heavy headhunter belt, but I didn't. So they're like 30. At least last night they were like 30 exalts a piece for a heavy belt base. So 3, 6, 9. Damn, she fine. 18. So I spent like 120 divines or exalts, and then you know some change on the materials, and I rolled all those and didn't get anything. So that was kind of sad. That's okay. It's fine. Oh, I got a level 7 map. Let's warm up with a 6. Should probably actually warm up with something lower than a 6. I think it's a stretch. But we're going to work our way up here. I want to see this. I want to see what this is all about. The Well of Souls. I cannot wait. So wait a minute. This is green. I guess that's completed, right? I don't remember doing all those. I definitely don't think I did complete all these maps in this area. I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, who knows. Let's just go this way. I guess I should probably get a tablet too. Breach tablet. Overseer tablet. Empowers the map boss. Delirium. Let's take this. Waystone quantities. That's nice. I think that is a breach map I have applied. So, I'm hoping to start seeing more breaches. I need a breach tablet.
Dirty, cramped.
Like an additional breach tablet on top of the one I'm consuming because it's almost out. Sheesh. Okay. I'm already lost. That's nice. Oh, sheesh. Okay. So the boss fight already. Oh, I'm doing lightning damage from something too. Oh, okay. 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 I'm not gonna juice that map up if we're going back to the same spot. That's unfortunate. Shame on me. Oh, here we go. Come on, baby. Give me a tablet from this. Probably not going to give me a tablet from this. Dang. Dang darn, dude. I guess I could always buy a tablet. I don't know what they're going for. It doesn't have to be a special one either. Just like a tablet to get moving. Can I be up? Can I climb? Thank you. That's crazy. Ah, we got our friggin' waystone back at least. That's nice. Yeah, I thought that once you killed the boss, the rare enemies showed up on the map, but maybe it's like a certain portion of the map in completion. Yeah, it's got to be like a percentage of the map explored or something like that. Ah, it's okay. You know what else I need to check? What? It says hollow focus is not working. It's clearly working, right? Everything's working. I think I was having an issue with Ghost Dance not working yesterday. But I figured that if you put it on weapon set 1, it does reactivate it. Now, how do I get in there? How do you get in there? I wish all the rares would sit right next to each other in the map. That was nice. Alright, we're out of here.
Yes.
The graphics are bad, aren't they? It's slightly rougher looking. But if it stops the crashes, I'm happy. That's terrible. I don't ever want to see that thing again. One more 6. Inflict bleeding on hit? What if we just not do that? Yeah? Yeah. I'm glad that they have even more percentage for lightning now. You know what? I'm not even going to juice that even harder. I feel like I suck. Contains abysses. They all contain abysses. Oh, bro, we're gonna rip this whole area up. Oops. My other tablet's not gonna activate because I don't have 6 modifiers, but that's okay. Ugh. Hey, that's a breach tablet. But it's a unique breach tablet. It might be worth something. Murphy, what's up, brother? Why can't I reach these guys? There we go. I'm like stuck in this little corner here. I can't get out of this corner. Die. Thank you. Oh god, this is a terrible place to put a breach, dude. Like, awful. Did that one drop a... No, it did not drop a chest. Okay. Nothing dropped. Sir, back up.
The dreamer provides.
Gosh, my nose is itchy. I feel like I'm not doing as much damage to rares as I was previously. I mean, some of them. Oh my days. I'm gonna be full any second. Yeah. I need the gold too. Give me the gold. Thank you. Yeah, I did miss a breach chest. There's a depths that opened up too. That's awesome. Okay. The disrespect from that. Okay. What's that? Cavalry bow? That thing's junk. Alright, let's hit this depths. Let's go slam that sucker. The depths are like best case scenario. I want to see them every time. Seven trials. 3 rooms, number of trials. That's a horrible gem right there. That's like the worst gem I've ever seen in my life. Get that away from me. Breach hives and maps contain 2 additional waves of hive-born monsters. Breaches and maps have 14% reduced pack size. Why would you want that? Unstable breaches in the map take 120 additional seconds to collapse after the timer is filled. Unstable breaches in the map spawn 3 additional rare monsters when stabilized. I mean, yeah. Potentially worth a div. That's awesome, actually. I think I'd much rather sell that than use it. I'll take that all day, dude. Where's the depths? I'm going in. Okay. We full clear these. It's more about the rares and the crates. But I'll take those all day. Oh shit. We're good. The rares that make the enemies immune are freaking devastating. Okay. I don't think I want that. Nothing. Okay, well, that was the most disappointing cray drop I've ever seen in my flippin' life. Still pretty disappointing. Man, what the crap? Oh, come on now. I could have sworn they said in their update that they were guaranteeing drops inside of abysses from the final crate to guarantee at least one type of currency. Oh, this might be it. Maybe I opened the wrong crate. Oh. Is he coming back again? I'll take the preserved jawbone. That's not bad. Evasion rating? I do need a chest plate. My chest plate now is quite good. But I could use a gooder one. That looks like it might be about it. Okay. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. I'll take the currencies. Having a guaranteed currency drop is like, that's my shit. I'm cool with that. Got no problems there. I feel like I remember these guys spawning back here. Yep. Did I kill him? I feel like I didn't kill them both. Cool. I don't know if I need boots. I kind of do. I don't know. My boots are not like phenomenal, but they are decent. I'm gonna hold off for like a higher tier than tier 2. And I missed a remnant. Yeah, I see it. These are all buns. I don't think I've ever collected a Verisium pile. Wait a minute. I don't know if I have Detonate Living yet. I'm gonna try to collect everything here. What's Eternal March? Revives minions. Let's take Detonate Living. I don't know how useful the Verisium pile is. Like, you already get Verisium for completing it. I would assume it just gives you more. And I don't really need more. I noticed that when you upgrade your armor with the Verisium Anvil, it reduces your regular stats to add the ward. And I didn't realize that at first. I was excited because I was like, ooh, just extra juice. Who doesn't like extra juice? Of course, I want extra juice. And little did I flip and know, it was taken away from my evasion and energy shield. Oops. Oh, that's a fourth one. Oh, that's a signet. Nice. I don't think I've ever seen that yet. Oh, it's got 53 spirit on it. The attribute requirement is bad. And the evasion itself is not ideal. Why is that so low on evasion? What can I do about that attribute rating? The cold resistance I don't need. If anything, I'd like it to be rolled better. What can I do about that? I think it's these, the fourth tier up. I think they remove a random modifier. Removes a random modifier and augments a rare item with new guaranteed modifiers. Mark of the Abyssal Lord. Desecrates an item with the Mark of the Abyssal Lord modifier, always removing that modifier, replacing it with an unrevealed desecrated modifier of a higher tier. Of a higher tier. Hold on. Let me learn something real quick. Let me learn something. Mark of the Abyssal Lord. So, if I use this in combination with the opposite of the Sinistral Necromancy, there's one that does suffixes only. The Sinistral Necromancy does prefixes.
Hail.
Dextral Necromancy only adds suffixes. Yeah, sure.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
How much is this worth? The Abyssal Echoes.
Yes?
89 exalts? That's a lot of exalts to put into this chestplate on a whim that it's going to come out good. This is what lets you re-roll if you don't like the modifiers that come through. I don't think I'm willing to do that yet. See, I think that's how this works. If I right-click this, and I right-click this, it should only take a prefix. Or, sorry, only take a suffix. Bear with me. This is a big step here. Because this is actually a juicy chestplate. It's not bad. Okay, it took the ice resistance, not the lightning resistance. But it didn't consume the dextral necromancy. Alright, this is silly. But can I desecrate this twice? Since I used the Mark of the Abyssal Lord? I don't think I need to use this, because it's going to guarantee that it replaces that modifier. No. Yeah, okay. This combination of omens is not valid. So this has to add... I think I just got lucky. I would have preferred it taking the attribute reduction, though. Okay, wait, before we go in
Can
there.
I help?
Essences. Yeah. See, this removes a random modifier to guarantee such and such. And I would assume that because I'm going for a suffix, if I use something like, for example, an elemental resistance or chaos resistance, it would guarantee it was a suffix anyway, because suffixes are only able to roll the resistances. How much is that? They're fairly cheap.
I'll post it right away.
Now, I don't believe it can take the Mark of the Abyssal Lord, so it's either going to take the lightning resistance or the reduced attribute, and we're flipping a coin here. Cross your fingers. Oh. Ah, dicks. Okay, you can only use one crafted mod. I learned something. Tell you what. Just for funsies, let's hit the Well of Souls real quick, see what we can make happen. Might be good, it might not. The ice resistance on that was pretty low. 18% was bad. Oh, I have to... Okay. Still have to do that. Got it. Well. 9% increased spirit reservation efficiency of skills. I don't think the bleed's that good. Go on, Wiggle Butt. Go get it. Tell you what that roll? It's a T1. Probably about halfway on a T1. I take that. I take that. I take that hard. Huh. Four months ago. This could have been a really, really good chest plate. Because now if I do this... and I put this on it, a little bit of iron rune. It's only 1,500. Why is that so much lower than my other one? The one I'm wearing now. It's 126 flat evasion rating. The roll of itself on the body must have been much higher. 129% evasion rating. This is 203 flat additional and 96. I feel like that should be closer to 2,000. But the roll in the body itself must have been bad. What's it worth now? Maybe 20 exalts? Well, you know what we gotta do. How about a boom? 18% increased evasion rating. Why did the evasion, like, not move at all? Dude, I bet I could wiggle like 50 exalts out of that. That's pretty good. If the evasion rating itself, see that corruption was good. I would have probably been slightly happier with a third socket just because it looks better. But I got the exact same, the exact same juice that comes from a third socket, because it would have been 18% evasion rating added to it from the socket itself anyway. I mean, 53 spirit's cool. I could wear this. How much do I drop, though? So if I'm at 74% now. 73%. But I gained 50 spirit from that. I also gained lightning resistance. Oh shit, that gave me an additional 29 dexterity. Oh, nothing fell off, except for my chest plate. This chest plate. I would need to put some points in to get that back in. What can I do with 68 spirit? I could upgrade my heralds. Because I get spirit reservation for this, so all of the things I'm using right now that are consuming spirit are also reduced. Mana remnants for 30 spirit. I think I'm okay without that. Kills with melee attacks. Eight-second duration between elemental randomizations. Tap into a current of raw, unpredictable elemental power, causing you to deal greatly more damage on a randomly chosen element. The element affected changes frequently, though the same element can be affected multiple times in succession. Buff grants 55% more damage with the affected element. So if I get fire boost, I'm not getting any benefit from that. If I get lightning, I'm getting minimal benefit from that. If I get ice, that's great. So it's like a 33% chance to be super valuable. It's not good. Gain energy. Oh, that's 100. Holy shiza. As crazy as it would be if I wanted to, I might be able to put 2 cast on criticals on my build. That would be outrageous. Gains 10 energy per power of enemies you freeze with hits. Socketed spells consume 10 energy per 0.1 seconds of base cast when triggered. So I would socket another spell. It essentially would be the same thing as cast on critical, but it would be based off of freezing, except for critical strikes. While active, conjures an icy barrier that stages over time. That gains stages over time. While the barrier has stages, melee attacks that hit you will remove the stage to cause a burst of ice that deals cold spell damage to the attacker. So that would just be passive. But I'd still have like 30 spirit left over. Huh. I don't know what to do. While active, emits an aura that periodically withers enemies in your presence. Withered duration. So this is based off of your presence. Your area of presence. And my one helmet is doubling my area of presence. Withered applies 5% increased chaos damage taken. I'm not doing any chaos damage. When hit by an enemy, gain 1 energy for each 10 energy shield lost to damage taken. Socketed spells consume 10 energy. So every time I'm getting hit, that's what's triggering there. I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to get hit. That's why my evasion's so high. If I have 68 spirit left over, I can't trade my helmet out. Because that's going to put me at a negative. If I had 100 spirit left on my shit, then I could take my helmet off and go with something else. Because this helmet's not incredible. It's just okay. I would rather have a split energy shield and evasion helmet. But I'm using this because of the spirit. Now, if I got spirit on a necklace, if I got like an extra 32, exactly 32 or more spirit on a necklace, I could drop the helmet. Well, I could take elemental invocation. But the question though is like, what am I putting on it? Because I gotta put a spell on it. I think it specifically has to be a spell too. Yeah. Consumes energy to trigger socketed spells. So it has to be a spell. I guess I could just double up on my ice wall. That would be silly. This is, yeah, that's a spell. I might not have a choice. Ice Nova's a spell. Conjure a wave of ice in all directions, knocking back enemies based on how close they are to you. Casting an Ice Nova targeting near a Frostbolt projectile will cause it to originate from the Frostbolt instead of you. Consumes a cold infusion if possible to leave a patch of chilled ground. Not as much damage. It's 119 versus 172. Rain a storm of flaming bolts over the targeted area. Can consume all 3 types of elemental infusions, creating a much larger storm when fire infused, causing lightning bolts and lightning infused, and raining ice bolts when cold infused. That would work. But it's doing fire damage, and I don't get much out of that. Comet. Ooh.
Comet calls down a massive icy chunk from the sky. Target close to your character to dodge backwards as you cast. Comet can also consume a fire infusion to create a massive blast of ice and fire. Comet calls down a massive icy chunk from the sky. Comet calls...
Let's do that. Let's see what that does. It might be terrible. What the? Give me that back. Gosh darn it, give me that back. I guess I could have put Bitter Dead on. Or even Bitter Living. I mean, they don't do much damage. But it would combo nicely. Alright, I think I'm taking Grim Pillars off. Because I'm not using it. What? Oh, missing socketed skill. Okay. I could have also gone for some support gems that would have consumed spirit too. But I don't think there's really anything super interesting here. I definitely want the increased AoE. Increased cast speed, cold mastery, lightning skills. Supported skills gain 45% increased energy. And then like... what else? What was this one called? Energy retention. 35% chance to refund half their energy cost. That would just keep it up more often. So we'll take boundless energy. Clarity? No. Wait a minute. Oh, energy retention. And then cast on critical. If I had another slot, I could put, what's it called? Boundless energy on that too. I don't know how fast this is going to stack. 10 energy on freezing an enemy. While active, gains energy when you freeze. Using the invocation once sufficient energy is gathered. So does it have to be, like... No, it's just active passively. What is invocation? Invocation skills are persistent skills that gain energy through some condition that can be used once sufficient energy has been gathered to invoke socketed skills, expending energy to trigger them. Invocations can trigger socketed skills multiple times if enough energy is expended, unless otherwise specified. So the max is 500. right? And I think that's 50 enemies to freeze to make, or to reach max energy. Consume 10 energy per 1 second, 0.1 second of base cast time when triggered. How do I trigger it? Oh. Oh, alright. This might be good. This might be a lot of fun, actually. I have more than 3 abilities now. Okay. I can't trigger it. So if I just hold it and hold it and hold it, I can just dump it on the boss all at once. Theoretically. I need to increase some qualities here. I do believe... Oops. Gosh darn it. Increased reservation. They deal less damage with quality. What's Herald Devices quality do? AoE. Max energy is 0 to 100. So it gains 100 energy maximum. Socketed spells consume 10 energy. This does not get buffed from quality, which is devastating. This one's already maxed out. I think Shattering Palm is what I want, because I gain crit chance, and that's just going to make things nice. 5%? 10? 15? 20? Bam! So now I get 20% more crit chance of that. We'll be popping the cast on critical much more often now. Especially once I get some more passive points. Let's roll with it. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put that in there, because I don't want to lose that. It might be absolutely terrible. And I might be upset that I just did all that. But it's worth the learning. Tier 7. Sure. Let's do a tier 7. Adds an abyss to the map. Adds a breach to the map. I don't need to empower the world boss right now. I don't want to juice this up yet. We'll see how this goes first. I mean, losing 1% evasion might not make that big of a difference, but you never know. Now, my question here is, like, a lot of these enemies, I don't think I'm actually freezing them first. Like, a lot of them are just popping. See, alright, now it shows 1. So, it's gonna be like a boss dump. Realistically, I go through the map, I collect a bunch of juice. I don't think it loses reservation at all unless you use it. If it's time-based, I might be in trouble. Still at 1. Uh... Eh. I don't know. Okay, it doesn't do a lot of damage, does it? I guess my hope was that I could just like drop it on a group of enemies too, like this. Oh, it can also cast on crit. That's interesting. Okay. So, it looks like it's only stacking one charge at a time. It doesn't seem right. I don't think it's super beneficial. I don't know if you can have two cast on criticals active at once, but if you can, I might try to do that instead. I don't know if I like it. Like, I'd love to see ice comets hitting the ground all the time. But... yeah, see, that should just kill. Granted, I did not add additional damage to it. Oh. Give me that. It does okay. It's not as good as I had thought it would be. Oh, Dex, I crashed. Dude, ooh. Ooh. Here we go. Oh. That's all that came out of that? Okay. Like my rarity's not doing much. Alright, let's get out of here. Let me try to tweak that a little bit. Something tells me you cannot have two of the same skill at the same time. So cast on critical is like a one-time thing. Oh. Okay, kind of low on the implicit roll. Also low on the implicit roll. That's sad. This thing. How much you worth? Ain't no way. Really? 50 chaos orbs? Wow. I'll put that shit up right now.
Is that a good price for that?
You fucking right it
I have
is.
no
That's what everybody
idea.
else is selling it for. Don't judge me, bitch. That's a lot of chaos orbs. That's awesome. Cross your fingers, that thing sells. All right. Now, just out of curiosity. Cast on critical. It's gonna feel like a little bit of a waste if it doesn't work. You already have a socketed skill gem of this type. Nah, can't do it. What can I do though? So if I drop this, put this over here real quick. While active, gains energy when you dodge roll and trigger socketed skills on reaching max energy. 2 energy per meter traveled while dodging. Loses all energy on reaching max energy. Has 10 energy per 0.1 second. Okay. I'm not doing any charges. Wonder if this would be better. Oh, see, this is an invocation, though. I kind of want something that just casts. The invocation is something that you have to build up and then cast on your own. Cast on... Modifies to Thorn's damage, applies to the skill. No. Cast on Elemental Ailment. This is not an invocation. While active, gains energy when you freeze, shock, or ignite, and triggers socketed spells on reaching max energy. So this is... Oh, see, that costs 100 energy. Or a spirit, rather. Sorry. So does cast on dodge. Diggity damn, dude. What the heck? I see why the invocations are lower now. That makes sense. Non-channeling spells gain 4% as lightning damage for each 100 mana you have. What do I have? 768. So it's 28%. Non-channeling spells. Specifically spells. That's not cutting it. I don't really do much of that. What's Trinity? Eh. I don't want the mount. I don't want invocations. Regenerate rage per second? 100 spirit. %54 increased rage effect. So that'd be like 1.5% damage increase per rage stack. So if I get 30 rage at 30%, it'd be 45% increased damage instead of 30%. I'd have to gain some strength. I don't know if I have the juice in me for that. Alright. Let's switch gears. What about something like this? Something that costs spirit, right? Like a support gem. while on low life. That could be really good. 50%. If you're running a like an overshield build, that could be really good. Recover life on kills. I mean, Frostwall is a spell. That would give me 40% more damage. But it's only taken 30 of the spirit, and I would still need to get a perfected gem for that, and those are expensive. I never thought I'd be in a situation where I have too much spirit and I don't know what to do with it. Clarity would be great. %, increased mana recovery. %70 increased attack damage while on low life. I couldn't handle that doing that. It would be too difficult to maintain. I don't know. If I had like 5,000 energy shield, it might be a different story. But I don't. I don't know what to put on here, man. That's crazy. I could just take convalescence. Grants a skill that can be used instantly to regain an energy shield. The buff is removed at max energy shield. Prevents that recharge from being interrupted. Or I could just take this. Elemental Conflux. If it hits on the fire damage, I'm just not getting any benefit from it. But I am doing a little bit of lightning. Where's it coming from? Where is it coming from? Right here. This ring is adding lightning damage. It's just minimal. I could also take a second Herald. Like, Herald of Jock or whatever. But I'm not really going to be shocking enemies very much. I don't think I get much value out of that. Your Fury builds from attacking. What is Fury? Gain 1 Fury on hit, no more than 1 per skill use. 20 max Fury, buff duration 0.5 seconds for Fury, buff grants onslaught, and 20%, there's 26% more damage. Causes you to lose max health per second, though. I don't think I want that. Might just roll mana remnants. 25% chance when killing an enemy to drop a remnant. Spawn a remnant on critically hitting an enemy affected by elemental ailments no more than once every 2 seconds. Remnants grant 205 mana. That would sustain my mana issue. I just don't really have much of a problem using pots for it. Remnants grant a power charge on pickup. Enemies in your presence have reduced elemental ailment threshold. Reduced stun threshold. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to take Conflux. 8-second duration between elemental randomizations. So there's no stacking of it, it's just every 8 seconds it swaps. It can swap to the same element again, back to back. 54% more damage with the affected element. What's siphon elements? 5% chance per power to spawn a cold remnant on freezing a target. What is a cold remnant? An infusion remnant when you freeze, shock, or ignite. Some skills create elemental infusion remnants when specific conditions are met. Picking up the remnant grants you the infusion for 20 seconds or until it is consumed by another skill. You can have up to 3 infusions by default. Skills that consume infusion specifically mention the types of infusion they can consume and then the benefits for doing so. If a skill repeats or reoccurs, each of them must consume an infusion separately to gain the effect. Now, I remember seeing something in the passive tree about that. Oh, they're all over here. What does the infusion do? Does it just infuse your attacks with that element? Because it doesn't flip and say. If you've consumed an infusion. Hold on. Enhancing combat versatility and enabling multi-elemental combos. Elemental infusions are remnants that appear on the ground after using certain skills or triggering specific skill mechanics. Players collect them by walking over the remnants, which restores the infusion as a counter on the character. These infusions last 20 seconds by default, and picking up another infusion of the same type refreshes the duration for all stacks of that type. They are stackable with up to 3 per type, and they can be consumed by compatible skills to grant additional effects. like Frost Bomb. So if I look at skills, like Frost Bomb, create a pulsing orb of frost. Dealing cold damage, leaving behind cold infusions. Initially applies 20% elemental exposure. Oh, like for example, Ice Nova can consume a cold infusion to leave chilled ground. Comet can consume a fire infusion. Okay. I'm already using Frostwall with my cast on crit. Consumes a lightning infusion if possible to add another lightning explosion if destroyed. Lightning infusion. Damn. It's not bad. Oops.
Frost Wall creates a wall of solid ice. These ice crystals can be damaged. If the crystals are destroyed or pushed hard enough, they will explode. A lightning infusion will make the explosions deal extra lightning damage.
Huh.
Frost Wall.
So, I mean, it's a 5% chance to gain one of each of the types of infusions. So, whatever 5 divided by 3 is, that's your chance. Per rotation of it. That's not really good. Not good at all, actually. Alright. Back to the other one. Elemental Invocation? Was this it? No. Siphon Elements? No. Uh-oh. I lost it. Conflux. Causing you to deal greatly more damage to a randomly chosen element. That's cool. I like that effect. So I think what's going to benefit this is like cooldowns, right? Cooldowns and charges. Increased AoE. Have a cooldown. No, not what I want. So I want prolonged duration. No, cooldown's not going to work on this, is it? Yeah, I can hear it popping. Excuse me? Prolonged duration might be beneficial. But only when I hit ice, right? Yeah. I'm hitting ice back to back. That's nice. Hope that happens more often. Compressed duration. Lightning twice in a row. Lightning 3 times in a row. screw it, dude. Let's take... I don't understand how that would break more armor. There's fire. Alright, let's take cold mastery. We'll take prolonged duration. That actually might end up being it. I upgraded this thinking I was going to have more. I mean, screw it. What's it going to hurt to break armor, right? Breaking armor is great. It's probably not actually going to do dick. And I have 10 spirit left. Nah. Nah. Alright. Let's go do something. Having three abilities is friggin' silly. Just feels weird. Contains a powerful map boss. I guess I'm scooting up north. What is that? Just the Well of Souls. Because down south it's kind of locked off. So, up north it is. Damn it, what happened here? I lost my thing, dude. That's okay. No big deal. I might just go buy a breach tablet. Speaking of tablets, let me put this up in the store real quick. Whoop. This thing. Looking like it's worth about a div. Ish. It might be a stretch to get a div out of it, but I mean, why not? I don't really want to use it myself.
Seems like a good deal.
All right, here we go. They're split so weird. Get out of that. Come here. Okay. Something about that little piece of metal. Now, if I got added fire damage on something, anything, doesn't matter. This elemental thing would actually be benefiting pretty nicely. Nice. Oh, it does. No, I don't have that one. That was clean. would like to hit this patch. I don't think any of the unique quarterstaffs are remotely useful. I might just take this. Added physical damage to your gloves. This is interesting that they're all covered in the abyss. All right. This is actually pretty dense up here. Do something like this. Nice. Whoop. Nice and smooth. Okay. Well. You can see that 107% rarity of my rings and jewelry is really doing a great freaking job. Alright, I think I'm going to try to do the depths last. Ooh. Oh, shit. This might be crazy. Chaos orbs are worth a decent amount. Excuse me. More than exalts. I think that's considered inside of this. Okay. Okay. It was not as dense as I had hoped it would be.
No purchase here.
All right, let's come back to that. What is that? An abyssal depths. Nice. Fucking suck my fuck. I'm going to bed.